Tanya. We're so glad that you all are tuned in. Hit that share button. We do have a special broadcast on today. With us on today is the newest alderman of the Hazelhurst City Council, the Honorable Alderman Reverend Jeremy Longino. Reverend Longino, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing well. Miss Marshall, there in Crystal Springs, Mississippi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Glad to be back.
Glad to be back. Unfortunately, for something like this. However, Alderman Longino, let us first begin by saying thank you for your public service. I believe you are one of the youngest, if not the youngest, alderman to have served in the city of Hazelhurst. This is your first term, am I correct, serving as alderman of the city of Hazelhurst?
Yes, Alderman Award 2 of the City of Hazers.
Alderman Ward 2 of the city of Hazelhurst. Can you, as an icebreaker, just share with us what led you to run for public office, and particularly for Alderman of Ward 2 for Hazelhurst, city of Hazelhurst?
Well, what made me run was I have a heart for people, and I wanted to be a public servant to the people. That's my calling, to be a servant. And I'm really big into helping the people get what they need to help their families, help their households, help their help everything, anything they need, basically. And I like to be that person that helps. Not all the time for recognition, because a lot of times I do things and don't be recognized, and I don't complain or trip about that, but I just want to be that public servant in heart to help the people the best way I can and to the best knowledge I know how.
And so far, now that you are in the alderman seat for Ward 2, what have been some of your highlights that are experienced, some highlight experiences that you have experienced there as alderman in Ward 2?
Well, when you consider highlights, I want to consider them as achievements. We had a tonight. We had a Ward 2 community meeting with the citizens of Ward 2. We addressed and let them know, when I came in office of July of last year, there has been a lot of problems that was unaddressed, such as sewage problems in the Longedale area, collapsed covered problems, and other different issues that's been there for a mighty long time. And the good Lord has blessed us to get those issues fixed in a short period of times that He blessed me to be in office. And I just want to also say that without the citizens' help, I couldn't accomplish it, because it took a whole community effort to get those things done. And we're working more and more day by day, trying to improve Ward 2, for as our streets, for as our drain covers, our water system, for as everything in Ward 2. Mostly we're trying to work on now is trash. We have a lot of trash, and we're going to work towards and trying to get pickup days, weekends, to come in the community, come out and help us pick up some trash in our ward. Get our ward more cleaner, because I believe that if we clean up our ward, well, that it entice other people to come into the ward, and put more things in our ward.
Awesome.
And it's some great accomplishments that we hear. It sounds like you really do have a heart, not only for Ward 2, but you have now acquired a wonderful grasp of what your job position entails. And being alderman, I could imagine you also sometimes have to work with the Board of Supervisors. Can you share with us the relationship between the Board of Aldermen for the city of Hazelhurst and the professional relationship as it relates to your county Board of Supervisors?
I am also employed. My part-time job is being an alderman with the city of Hazehurst, but my full-time job is with the Copiah County Board of Supervisors, Road Department. where I serve as a dump truck driver. And basically whatever else they need me, I do a whole lot more than just drive dump truck. I do a whole lot more like gravel and other more things that help out in the road department. I also was employed through District 3 under the supervisor of Perry Hood.
And speaking of District 3 Supervisor Perry Hood, we're just going to get to that's one of the reasons why we have assembled on tonight. Unfortunately, you were the recipient, you were this recipient of some very, how would you say it, unprofessional text, if I may be light, and possibly some racist and offensive communications from your Board of Supervisor member, Perry Hood, whom you say that you work for, and I believe now you're going to be transferred to Terry Channel, Supervisor Terry Channel, possibly. But being that you're the alderman of the city of Hazelhurst, as you noted, you also work for the Copiah County, for the county of Copiah under Supervisor Perry Hood. And let's just cut to the chase and look at what was sent through Supervisor Perry Hood. And if you will allow, I will optimize that. Let me go on. So you received text messages. Was that today or was it yesterday? Alderman?
Yes. Yes, I received
You
those
received
messages.
Go ahead.
Yes, I received those messages. Well, Kenny, can I go ahead and just go start from point A all the way to the last alphabet to explain the whole thing about those messages and why all this occurred? Because I want to give out facts, no hearsay, but all of this is facts. As we know, Mr. Hood was arrested several months ago due to the fact of public drunk and public profanity. And but lo and behold, he did. When he went to court, he did win the case. And so on February board meeting we had at City of Hazelhurst, the chief of police asked that the sergeant, that Mr. Michael Fothery will be get promoted. And it was a motion that was made in the meeting, and there was a second, and there was a vote, and all 5 board members voted to promote Mr. Michael Fothery to the next highest level in the police department. Now, mind you, the same guy, Mr. Michael Fothery,
you are referring, when you say all 5 board members, you are, for our listening audience, referring to the Hazelhurst City Council. All 5 city council members did vote for that promotion of Officer Fothery.
Yes. Yes,
okay.
all 5 board members did vote. Yes, all 5 board members did vote for Mr. Fothery to be promoted to the next level. And so that later on that week, Mr. Hood, as at that point in time, he was my supervisor in the district I worked for in District 3. He was my supervisor, and he texted me a bad message saying the city promoted a sorry MF that dropped the ball on his armed robbery case and illegally arrested him and cost him over $6,000 to be found not guilty. And he was telling me, he also said that he has if I don't, basically what he said in the message, if I can't find that Michael Fothery is incompetent to work, incompetent, that means I'm incompetent to work for the county and for him in the county. So, and at that point, I,
Mine is basically then what the supervisor allegedly did, according to you, is basically tell you as an employee of the county, even though you're also a city alderman, that basically if you did not agree with him and find that particular officer possibly to be terminated, then you were not worthy to work under him. What did that have to do, your position of working with the county, what did that have to do with your public responsibility of public service as an alderman of the city of Hazelhurst and the case with Mr. Hood? Does that have any kind of governmental ground with you as an employee of the county, but as alderman of the city of Hazelhurst?
no, it's more of a power push move. That's all. A bombard power push move, and let me say this, and I want the public to hear me and hear me well. I ran for office to make a betterment in the city of Hazelhurst, to enhance a better life for citizens and a clean life for citizens. Now, am I perfect? No, I'm not. But I'm going to say this, that I am not going to do anyone wrong with the position that the people have elected me to do. Do anybody wrong just because somebody else want me to do them wrong, and they have not done nothing wrong.
Okay, now you mentioned a previous text that the Board of Supervisor, Mr. Hood, allegedly sent you about his disgust. And let me note, isn't it quite unusual that you would spend $6,000 on a possible misdemeanor case? I don't think that case was even tried in Copiah County. Tanya, is that common to spend $6,000 on a misdemeanor case?
No, that's about half of what you were paying an attorney for a felony trial or felony case. It usually costs you about $10,000. So $6,000 is a lot of money for a misdemeanor case.
A whole lot of money. That's quite unusual. But however, I'm going to put this second set of texts that were received by you, Alderman Longino, allegedly via a county government phone sent allegedly by Supervisor Perry Hood, Copiah County Supervisor Perry Hood. And I might have them out of sequence, but you let me know if this is the order that was sent as we look at this. This one says, I just want you to know that I am very disappointed with you, and I find it very strange that you have forgot the ones that helped you get to where you are. I called Bookie today and told him to transfer you to Terry's crew, that I no longer trust you. Just so you know, your future is not bright, and your representation on the city board has been nothing but weak and a joke. Black on black murders have not been addressed, and none of you have a clue. I will not do anything to help or assist Hazelhurst because you and your board and mayor are so out of touch you can't even help yourself. The supervisor allegedly goes on to say, and be sure and save this because I don't give a S. I am who I am and you have no clue who you are. You say you are a preacher and you talk way worse than I do. I put you in the same class as your chief and captain, meaning Police Chief Murray, and the captain of the police force. I believe that is that Fathery? Who is he referring? Officer Father, Captain?
Well, no, actually, Mr. Fathery is not a captain. He's next to the captain.
Okay, so he referenced the chief and the captain, and he goes on to say in vulgarity, stay the F away from Starks and myself. Y'all have nothing to offer, period. Let me see. Oh, let me see that I get this out of order here. Okay, he mentioned about the mayor. Allegedly, Perry Hood goes on to say, your D mayor out this weekend drunk in the city truck and ran off. I just want you to know that I am very disappointed with you, and I find it very strange that you have forgot the ones that helped you get to where you. Okay, so we've read that one, but this one is one, and it may be out of sequence, where he talked about the mayor possibly being drunk in the city truck and ran off. So he accuses the mayor of the city of Hazelhurst of being drunk in the on the weekend and was in the city truck and ran off for some reason.
Hey, let me address that, Mr. Thrasher.
Yes.
Bishop Thrasher, let me address that. The report that I have gotten from that issue concerning the mayor and that's in the city truck, the police chief, Mr. Darren Murray, says the report says that the truck was parked at his house. And with that truck being parked at his house, someone was trying to bag a trailer from around the truck and scrape the truck from the back, from the back heading towards the cab. So the mayor truck was parked. With it being parked, the mayor was not in the truck. So, you know, that's what facts is, and that's where they took the police report.
Okay. Let's go on with a few other texts, and my device keeps skipping because I don't have. All
It's your
right.
internet.
All right. We're piecing it together. I see here where you, let's get to this part here. And this is what brings us here on tonight, if nothing else. This particular one here, if the public can see. You responded to him instead of lashing out at the accusations of Supervisor Hood. You in turn simply stated, I'm putting you in the Lord's hand and I continue to pray for you. Be blessed, Supervisor Perry Hood. According to this transmission, he responded, you need to pray for yourself and ask for his guidance, your endeavors. He went on to talk about some at his house. He would not tell police nothing, and you don't know S and don't ask questions. I'm not far from asking questions and letting the public know how dumb y'all are. And I guess he's talking about the city council of Hazelhurst. And he says, just like last night with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, niggers will be niggers, and y'all niggers can't do anything about it. Tell me exactly how you felt reading a text from the County Board of Supervisors, who was your immediate supervisor, referencing